Hey guys, Thomas Leroy here. I just saw one of these commercials for gold, and I heard a report the other day about how gold and silver, people are predicting to go crazy and this and that. And I would caution you all very much. They've been doing this since the 70s. Basically, their story is the world is collapsing, it's the end. Oh, grab your ass and kiss it goodbye. And that don't happen. Even if we had another Great Depression, money still has its worth. And people still make money. And they still buy things. Even if the value of everything has decreased to a nickel a loaf of bread and a dime for 18 eggs or something, it's still, the system still goes on. And the reason why is because there's still people that work, because there's things that need to be done, and people have to be paid, and people have to eat. And that's the way it goes. Yeah, if you study the Great Depression, there was some really bad, hard times. But, again, you cannot listen to these people who are saying, sell your damn house. or take your entire life savings and cash out your IRAs and put it all in gold, because it can go back down. I've seen it go back down. I've seen silver go up and down, gold up and down. Is it generally a place where you can put your money and that retain its value mostly? Over a long haul, definitely. It's most likely to go up over a long haul if you got the time to wait on it. But it's one of those things where it's like, well, I know this won't lose too much value if it loses any value. And that's why people want to put, and the same is true for land. Land is worth what land is worth, whether you have the dollar that's worth 50 cents or $2 compared to everybody else. It's still land. So, again, don't go, and again, it's just like with the stock market. There's always some Chicken Little, usually it's one of the devils, running around, saying, "Oh, it's over," it's, and they'd like you to quit your job and do this, that, and other, dig a bunker in the backyard and wait, and forego living your life. Sure, if you have money to invest, a little bit here and a little bit there, that's called paying yourself first. It's sort of the same as a savings. Only in this scary climate that everyone's believing in, instead of putting it just in the bank, you could put it in a small, gold coin or a few silver coins or something like that. But then you also want to try to be getting up that little grub stake that you need to get you a few acres. Like a old friend of mine was saying the other day, the food pyramid, and a lot of the stuff we've been told is just lies. And there's a lot of people that are proponents of the, the meat lovers diet. What do they call it? The paleo diet or something like that. You're old caveman or something. Eat your dinosaurs and stay healthy. He was talking about how fruits and vegetables really aren't your friend unless you grow them. And it's because of the pesticides and all that stuff. And then, God only knows the GMO stuff and all that. What are we eating? What's been designed into some of these things? It's true. And you can buy non-GMO seeds, and you can reseed, and you can breed your plants, and you can can. There we go. We're going back in time again to what worked. There's no one who's going to grow better food for you than you. I guarantee you. And even if you don't have the best soil to plant your crops in, you can use raised beds. You can, build yourself a bed and make sure, of course, it's the container is non-toxic. You don't want to use pressure-treated wood that has arsenic in it or anything like that. That's not going to be good for your plants or you. But you can minimize the kind of pesticides you use. Some things maybe you're going to have to blast it once in the season. But you know what? You can wash that plant down several times after that with mists and make it clean of all that stuff. And just try as much as possible not to use it, whereas it's used habitually on your commercial fruits and vegetables. So just again, that's just a roaming thought based on some of the scaremongers out there. You know, I've heard a little bit for the last few days, and so I hope you enjoyed this little notation. God bless and God keep you.